Right, so for some crazy reason, I actually decided that I was gonna do these, and I'm insane. I've never done these videos before. I've never actually done a video before. Well, not that I can publicly show. Um, but you guys asked for it, and my boyfriend's been bugging me to make them forever, so I'm gonna make them. And bear with me because this is gonna be more fucked up than a Whitney Houston wig, and I'm really, really trying. Let's see. The first question is, how do you feel being physically fit? Do you get stares from a lot of people? Don't lie. I don't actually. It depends. It depends on where I am, and what I'm wearing. Sometimes I just like to dress like whatever because I really don't want people to be looking at me. Sometimes I just really want to like hide under a hat and just walk around and not care. Sometimes if I dress kind of like, I guess what I'm wearing now, people do stare from time to time. I don't think so much they stare like because they find me sexy or anything. Sometimes they stare because I guess I kind of look a little impressive, sort of, maybe. I'm in pretty good shape. Um, but then again, I might be oblivious because my boyfriend's always laughing at me because he thinks that everybody's always trying to flirt with me and that everybody stares at me and he laughs about it and he thinks that I'm just like completely in La La Land and not paying attention. So I don't really know. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, it feels great being physically fit. Like you wake up and you just feel great about yourself, and not that you need to necessarily be physically fit to feel great about yourself, but it's a nice thing. It's a nice feeling. You just wake up and you feel happy. You know, you feel like you're taking care of yourself. I think that's the most important part. It's not even so much that you look at yourself and you're like, God, I look great. Like, nobody should. Well, I don't do that. I don't think I don't see why people would do that, but you just feel good. Like you feel like you're taking care of yourself, like you're healthy, and when you feel healthy, you just feel great. So, all right. So the next question is, if you can sleep with any video game character other than Vega, who would it be? If you can live in any book, what book? Probably Chris Redfield because he's really hot. As long as he just shuts up because he's really annoying. Or ooh, don't kill me, Resident Evil fans. I'm sorry. Um, or Alistair because I love Alistair. Alistair is my favorite video game character, and he's awesome, and he's sweet, and he's really cute, and I would marry Alistair with my boyfriend's permission, of course. So yeah, I'm actually doing these in pieces because I don't want to screw it up. So bear with me. I'm really bad at this. Like I don't usually make videos. I never feel comfortable with it. I'm doing two things I'm not comfortable with today, like wearing a tank top and doing whatever. I actually missed the second part of the question. And if you can live in any book, what book? Probably the Harry Potter series. And I know it sounds cliche, but come on. It's a school for wizards. You get to fly around, and sure, there's detention in, the Dark Forest, and you get killed, but whatever. It's still awesome, and I would love it. And I would love to get my own wand, and I swear I'm not trying to be sexual, but wands are awesome. I really would love to live in the Harry Potter universe ever since I read about it. I just think she created this really cool world, and it's really brilliant. And, since Harry pretty much freed the world from the Dark Lord, it's probably a lot of fun now. I just realized I have chocolate on my face. Come on. How embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Alright, so the next one is, if you were to pin all of Desmond's ancestors against one another in a battle royale, who would win and why? I would actually rather watch him in an orgy, but I don't think that's an option. So I'm gonna say Connor, because if this was anything like the Dome in the Hunger Games, he can climb trees, and he has a tomahawk and a bow and arrow, and he's pretty fucking deadly, and brutal, and strong, and actually he's really hot. That's not the point of the question. Anyway. Okay, so the next one says, for the video, would you rather never have sex again, or never have access to a computer again? Really? Really? I choose suicide. That sounds much better than not having either. Yeah, then I'm gonna go with suicide. Suicide. Random fact. This is my "Are you kidding me" face. I promise I'm going to get more efficient at these. Like, I know these are terrible. Uh, let's see. Question. Why are you so fine and SHXT, which I don't know what it means. It's either sexy or short, but I'm gonna assume short because I'm short. I I don't know why I'm short. I'm just daily double. Daily double. What was your very first game that you got into video games with? Like the first game you picked up? The first game I ever actually played was Duck Hunt. I played Duck Hunt, but the game that really got me into video games was actually Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which I played religiously, and my cousins used to watch me play it, and they would cheer me on because I was the only person who actually could get to Mike Tyson, and I actually beat him, and I was 6 years old, and it is literally one of my proudest moments. Like, I'm actually more proud of that than graduating school. I know, sad. That's true. Next question. Dirty talk, hot or not? Yes, yes, hot. Very hot. I think it's awesome, and a lot of guys actually don't know how to do it. They're really fucking bad at it, but it's actually really hot when they know how to do it. Like really, really hot. One of my favorite things. Also, favorite gaming heroine. Not including a main character, probably Elika from. I swear, I wasn't trying to flex. I literally had an itch. Elika from Prince of Persia, because she's really perfect in every way, and she's strong, and she's smart, and she's independent, and she doesn't take shit from anybody, not even the main character. If we're talking about an actual protagonist, probably Faith. She's a one-woman army from Mirror's Edge. She really just, she doesn't need guns, she doesn't need anything. She's successful, and she's strong, and she goes against a totalitarian regime, and she's awesome. Also, she's Asian, and a total anomaly for a video game character. She's an Asian female who isn't over-sexualized. Like, come on. Come on. Faith is awesome. I mean, you're welcome to disagree, but, enjoy being wrong. I think I'm actually getting into doing these so far, so... Also, ignore my fucked up grill. I was too poor to afford braces, so I have like a snaggletooth. Whatever. You know what? I could open cans with it. I don't care. So how long have you and your guy been together? Do you think he's the one? Is the M word on your mind if and when you're able to do so? What really got you interested in bodybuilding? Do you want kids? Are you religious? Actually, my boyfriend and I will be together for 3 years in April 3rd, I think, or 2nd. It was whichever day was Zombie Jesus Day in 2010 was when we met. Actually, when we started dating. We met like 2 days before that. I know we started dating like 2 days after we met, but, he's awesome. Do you think he's the one? Yeah, of course I do. He's smart and funny, and he's really caring, and he's really sweet, and he really, really loves me, and even though we argue about stupid things all the time, I really, there's no one I would rather wake up next to, and I know a lot of people just went, so shut up. Is the M word on your mind, and when you're able to do, when you're able to do so, yeah, of course, I mean, I don't really see marriage as a big of a deal outside of the legal rights, so yeah, when I can do it. I love him regardless of a piece of paper or not. Really, what really got you interested in bodybuilding? I used to be really fat, and then I used to be really scrawny, and then I went through a period where I didn't know what I was doing, and then I just decided that I couldn't live the way I was living when I was thin, which is I was starving myself. It was bad. I had, I would probably say anorexia. It was borderline. I was like 108 pounds, and I thought I needed diet pills. Like, that's pretty bad. I started lifting because my friends just told me that that it would make me healthy. I started lifting and eating a lot, and I actually learned a lot about the relationship between exercise and food, and how you don't really have to starve yourself. You can actually just work out and take care of yourself and eat and still feel good about yourself. And after a while, I'm kind of very competitive, and I'm also the kind of person who really likes to take things to extremes. And somewhere in the distance, you can probably hear my boyfriend laughing at me. And I decided that what I wanted to do was just push forward because I'm bored. I've been doing it for lifting for what, like 6-7 years now, and after you do it for 7 years or so long, you just get over it and you want to do something else. So bodybuilding is fun. I did powerlifting for a while, and that was fun, but it's a lot easier. Bodybuilding is actually really hard, like really hard. Do you want kids? My boyfriend and I have talked about this, and actually we do, but not unless we're financially ready to take care of a kid. I don't want to have kids that I can't afford to pay for anything that they need, because financial support is important, and obviously emotional support is more important. But we know we can give them that. We just need the financial support. So not yet. first we gotta get our lives together, and then we can actually take care of them. Um, and we keep arguing because he wants a boy and I want a girl. I really want a girl. I want to raise a badass daughter. Like, I want to name her Samus, and like, I'm gonna make her a fucking real arm cannon. But he says no. And I'm not even kidding. I really want to name her Samus. And if I have a son, I want to name him Tron, but he won't let me. So, go yell at him. Because come on, those are really cool names. Come on, Samus and Tron. Come on, come on. Am I religious? No, not at all. I think religion is a really big bullshit lie that people tell themselves, because a lot of people just don't know how to cope with reality, and I think a lot of people are kind of brainwashed into believing that they're not capable of coping with reality. They make you feel like, this isn't true of all religions, obviously, but a lot of them make you feel like you're guilty just by the fact that you're born, or that you're a person, or whatever the hell you are, and they treat you like crap. They really do, and because of that, you feel like you're not capable of really coping without them. They want you to be addicted to them, and I don't care. I think some of them are like borderline mafias. Like, they really are. They just want money, and they treat people like garbage, and they don't wield their power properly. So no, I'm not religious, and I don't think there's any scientific or any kind of evidence that suggests that there's an existence of some sort of supernatural power. So I don't see the point. I don't care. I'm more of a humanist. Like, I'm more worried about being here, about what I'm going to do now. It's like, oh, I'm not going to sit there and pray, hoping that some sort of supernatural being takes the time out to help people who are in trouble. I want to actually help people. I'm here. Like I said before, I think justice is our responsibility, and love is our responsibility, and compassion, and ending poverty, and ending world hunger. All these things are our responsibility. It's our job. We can't be lazy or irresponsible about it. So no, I'm not religious, and I don't care for religion, and I don't see the point of it. I know I'm probably pissing a lot of people off right now, but like, I could frankly do without religion, just in general. Captain's log. No, I'm kidding. Come on, I have to do that at least once, just once. Question for the video: favorite exercise in the gym? Right now it's nothing. She murders me, and I hate everything she makes me do. Which is funny, because the next question is also, if you could do it without one exercise your trainer makes you do, what would it be? It would be all of them. She doesn't care. I could be there, like, on the verge of dying. I've seen this woman make, like, grown men cry. Like, she makes grown men cry with 15-pound weights. She doesn't care. She has 23 years of experience, and she's having nobody's bullshit. Also, she's Jamaican, and a Jamaican mom, and she treats you like a Jamaican mom. She will have none of your shit. She does not care. So, which is why I love her, and why I'm training with her, because you need to be pushed, and she really knows what she's doing. She kills me. Like, it's awful. I mean, she sees, and the worst part is like, the moment she doesn't kill me, like, if I'm doing an exercise and she goes, do 40 reps of this weight, even if I struggle just a little bit, but I still make it to the end, she starts adding more weight. Because her job, it seems, is to just make me feel miserable. And to make me look great, which she's doing both. So, I love her. Yeah, so that's the end of this question. Okay, why do you think that Morrowind is so passionately adored by the fan base when the stories of the Elder Scrolls games are just as rolling, or the other Elder Scrolls games are just as rolling and epic? The interface and quest system was so confusing as to be essential to mod, as was the conversation. I think a lot of people love Morrowind because in a lot of ways it was the first Western RPG for a lot of people. I think the fact that it released on Xbox made a huge difference. That game released on a console that basically had nothing in the RPG department, and at a time where pretty much the console system was just ruled by JRPGs that were getting progressively more linear. And when you play something like Morrowind, and you can literally do anything you want, it's pretty fantastic. That kind of freedom was pretty common for PC players, but not for console gamers. I was one of those console gamers. That's one of the reasons I love Morrowind. So I think part of it might be the fact that it was my first experience, the fact that it was their first experience. But Morrowind also had a lot of other great things. It actually had a really awesome atmosphere. Like, the design of the world was very whimsical and interesting, which, as much as I love Skyrim, it's nowhere near as whimsical and interesting. And trust me, I love Skyrim. But it was just unique for its time. It was interesting. It was massive. It was fun. And I don't know, I felt like Oblivion was kind of a step down, especially with that broken battle system. So, and you also have to remember that even when the stories are epic, most people don't really play Elder Scrolls for story. I mean, the stories are good, but nobody plays them for the stories themselves. People play them for the freedom. You know, some people do it because it's great to finally play games where you can do whatever you want, or in some cases, people just want to dick around, as you can clearly tell by some of the mods that people are releasing for Skyrim still. So, yeah, there's that answer. Alright, so here's another one. Out of all the entries in the series, which Final Fantasy do you think was the most underrated? I'm gonna go with 10-2, and here's why. I know a lot of people think it's fan service and that the story was terrible, but like 90% of all Final Fantasy stories are terrible because it's Final Fantasy and it's just mostly badly written in most cases. But the gameplay was amazing. Like everything about it was amazing. The combat system was so much fun, and it took a lot of strategy. I mean, and it had probably the first time we've seen an actual class system in Final Fantasy in a long time that wasn't Final Fantasy Tactics. So it was really cool. A lot of it was just great. The combat system was just brilliant and fast and reactive, and everything felt good. And it wasn't like point A to point B like it was in 10. You actually had the entirety of Spira to work with, which, you know, it's reusing the same assets, but at least you could go anywhere you wanted to and do the missions and whatever where you wanted to. It was a really nice change of pace. Other than that, I think 8 is actually pretty underrated. I know it's getting a lot of love lately, especially with the years passing, as people are realizing that FF7 is really not that great, and that 8 was probably a better game even though it's broken. But FF8 got a lot of crap when it released, and I actually thought it was a much better game, and I still do. Number 2, you mentioned that your chest hair starts just below the collar line of your shirt. Proof. It's like right here. You can see it right there. That's all I'm showing you because I am a lady and I have decency. Anyway. If you could turn your reality into one that was in a video game, what game would you choose and why that reality? Probably none, because most games have really fucked up worlds, but if I had no choice, either the Mass Effect universe, because they've actually remastered spaceflight, and it's kind of cool, minus the whole Reapers killing you part, which, you know, whatever, Shepard's there, he can handle it, and die in the process in a horrible ending. Oh shit, I spoiled something? I'm sorry. You know what? It's been out for a year. You should have played it already, so stop. Well, technically, it doesn't really have to die, so I didn't really spoil anything. You know what? Or the world of Space Channels 5, because they solve all their problems by dancing. Like, come on. Come on, how cool is that? We live in a world where, like, your biggest problem is missing a dance. That's fucking awesome. I wish I could completely change the world by dancing, like, you know, dance off with bad politicians. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could fucking outdance, Sarah Palin and Ann Coulter. I would love to outdance Ann Coulter, and then, you know, send her packing to some sort of island where she's not allowed to leave, because she's a terrible human being. Let's see. That's it. I think I have more, but this might be it. I legitimately have no idea why I decided to do these videos, because, yeah, I didn't even pick a good lighting. Like, this line is, ooh, the lighting just changed. That was drastic. I didn't even pick good lighting. Like, this is really bad lighting, so, you know.